Hey guys, and welcome back to You Can Draw. I'm Tom Gant, and today we're drawing a reindeer. So grab your pencils and paper and let's get started. Now the first thing you need to do is take your piece of paper and turn it on the side so we have it in landscape. Now I'm going to draw a rectangle on the board, but you guys don't draw anything just yet. This rectangle is just to show your page so you know where to draw everything. Now the first bit of planning we need to do is our reindeer's head. So I'm going to use the blue pen, and when I use the blue pen, you guys are going to use your lead pencils, but pressing extra light because there's a little bit of rubbing out to do. So think of it like a ghost line. So let's draw our light U shape for our reindeer's head. And then we're going to find where we want the top of our reindeer's head to go and draw a curved line at the top, just like that. So we've got a U shape for our reindeer's head. Now to bring it to life by drawing in his face, we're going to start with our reindeer's eyes. His eyes are going to be two ovals. One. Then we're going to color them in, leaving a white spot at the very top. Now this will make his eyes look a little bit more lifelike and just a little bit more interesting. Color, color, color. Same on the other side. Color it in, leaving that white spot. There we go. Now once we're happy with his eyes, we can draw in his eyebrows just above those ovals. So let's give him some happy eyebrows. One, two. And now the next step is to draw a curved line that goes across the bottom half of his face, like this. Now on the bottom half, we're going to draw two oval-shaped nostrils. One. There we go. Now we've got his face drawn in, now to draw in his ears. And his ears look a little bit like upside down tongues. Going to be U shapes going upwards. This one's a little bit bigger. Might make this one a little bit smaller. So remember, you don't have to get it right the first time. Sometimes it takes a few goes. Make sure you're happy with it though. Now to add a curved line in the middle. And you can see they look just like upside down tongues. And that's our reindeer's ears. Now before we draw in his antlers, we're going to give him some scruffy hair on top of his head. So let's do that now. Here's some nice scruffy hair. There we go. So he's got some nice scruffy hair. Now the next step is to pick up your rubbers, rub out those bits we don't need, darken in the bits you do. So rubbing out these bits of planning we no longer need, and darkening in the bits we do. Now I like to rub out just a little bit on his ear here, or near his ear, darkening in the rest. Take your time, giving him a nice smooth outline. we go. Do the top. Like that. Now it's time to draw in his antlers. We're going to plan them out. I'm going to use the blue pen and I'm going to very lightly draw 2 sticks. 1, 2. Then I'm going to draw 2 letter V's. 1, 2. 1, 2. And we've got our antlers planned out and they're looking good, right? You can keep them as stick antlers if you wanted to, or you can take it to the next level, pick up your rubber, rub them out. So I'm gonna lightly dab out these lines we just drew. You guys are gonna rub them out completely. Just gonna lightly dab them out so you can still see them. But you guys at home, pick up your rubbers, rub it out completely. It sounds wild. You've got to just trust the process on this one. It'll make sense in a minute. So dab it out. And then what we're going to do, we're going to use that original line as like a guide, like a skeleton. And we're going to go around making our antlers 3D and real nice. Taking our time, using that original line that we can only barely see now as a skeleton. And and we'll do the same on the other one. Remember, using it as a guide, like a skeleton. Now once we've got our outline in, we can go back and rub out any bits we missed. Tidy it up a bit. You guys probably did such a good job on that first round of rubbing out. You probably don't have anything left. And now at this point we can take a look at our reindeer and fix up anything we're not entirely happy with. So remember, you don't have to get it right the first time. Maybe it takes you a few goes. Maybe you have to rub a few things out, rework things to get them where you want them to be, and that's okay. I think I might make this one a little bit different. There we go. Just fixing anything you're not super happy with. Now that we're happy with our reindeer's head, it's time to move on to his body, and we're going to plan it out again. Using the blue pen, you guys are going to use your lead pencils, and we're going to draw very lightly a rectangle for his body. Now keep in mind, the bigger the rectangle, the bigger his body will be. Down just a little. Okay. Now once you're happy with the rectangle, it's time to move on to his tail, and we're going to draw his tail kind of like a short banana shape. A short but scruffy banana shape. Like this. So like a banana but scruffy. Once we've got his tail, we can draw in his legs. Now he's going to have 4 legs. You can use rectangles for his legs, but if you want a different sort of shape, something a little bit nicer, use what I like to call the upside down cup shape. We're going to draw 2 upside down cups like this. So they get wider at the base and then a curved line at the bottom. Just like that. Then they make it a little bit longer. So we got one, let's draw another one at the back. We've got 2. Now we're going to draw the other ones on the other side. But they're going to be a little bit shorter. Make this one a little bit longer. Make this one a little bit shorter. Just like that. Now we've got the 4 legs, we're happy with them. It's time to draw in the extra detail. We're going to draw a curved line at the bottom of each of his legs. Just like this. Okay. Now some people like to leave this blank. Other people like to color it in. It's up to you. I'm going to color mine in today. But you decide what you want to do for your picture. If you do color it in though, make sure you take your time. Don't rush it. Do a real nice job. Okay. Do the same on these ones. And last one. Color, color, color. Taking our time. There we go. Now we've completed the legs, it's time to make him look a little bit nicer, a little bit more Christmassy. We're going to give him a Christmas collar with some jingle bells on it. Now to do that, we need to draw 2 straight lines. 1, 2. And then we're going to draw a curved line and down like that. Then we can pick up our rubbers, rub out these bits in here we no longer need. Okay. Might make it a little bit lower on this side. So again, if you're not happy with it, pick up your rubbers, rework it. Now to add those jingle bells, we need to start with some circles. We'll start with one in the middle. And the trick is to get the one in the middle on first, and then you can evenly space the other two. One here, and one more here. Now to turn circles into bells, we just need to draw the letter X on the inside. And we've got our jingle bell collar. Now the next step is to tidy up his outline and draw in the underside of our reindeer. So to do that, we're going to draw a nice scruffy chest for him. Just like that, nice scruffy chest. Then we're going to pick up our rubbers and rub out all these bits of planning we no longer need. And we've got our reindeer looking really good. Now the last step is to add some extra detail to his tail. I'm going to draw an extra scruffy line. Extra detail. Now we've got our reindeer where we want him to be. It's time to move on to the background. And the background is going to start with a nice straight line for the horizon. So we've got our straight line. The next step is to add in some wobbly snow hills. And to do that, just as they sound, like hills, but wobbly. I'll go over here. Now that we've got our wobbly snow hills on our page, it's time to build on that horizon line with some trees. And we're going to add our scratchy tree shapes all the way across. Nice scratchy tree shapes. All different branches. And off of our tree. And move on to the next one. Now I like to do a little bit of a challenge with the trees, and I try and get them to be all different. So no two trees will be the same. It's not the hardest challenge. It's a nice easy one, right? trees don't match each other. Go. Keep going. Scratchy tree shapes. Get 2 more. One here. Again, how am I going? Do any 2 trees look the same? You tell me. And last one. There we go. So we've got our trees on that horizon line looking real good. The next step is to bring the bottom half of our page to life. Now, while we've got plenty of room, it's a good time to add in a speech bubble. So let's give our reindeer here his own little speech bubble. Now remember, if you're not the best at spelling or writing, or you just don't know what to put inside your speech bubble, you can put pictures instead. You don't have to write words, you can draw pictures. So think of a cool emoji, put it inside the speech bubble, and then our next step is to draw in the snow on the ground. And to do that, we're going to draw some bumpy wobbly lines that start off nice and big and get smaller and smaller as we go back in our page. And then the same thing with our oval shaped rocks. Start off nice and big, get smaller and smaller as we go back in our page. So we've got the bottom half of our page looking really good. The top half now looks really empty. So to bring that to life, we're going to draw in some clouds. So we're going to start with a straight line, fluffy cloud shapes on top. We're going to draw big clouds up close, small clouds way off in the distance, medium ones somewhere in between. Now that we've got our clouds, we can leave it like that. We can say it's a sunny day outside. We don't have to draw the sun for it to be a daytime picture. So you could leave it like that. But if you wanted it to be a nighttime picture, the same thing applies. You don't have to draw the moon to make it a nighttime picture. Today, we're just going to draw stars and turn this into a nighttime scene, starting with step 1, lots of little tiny circles. You're going to go around the whole top half of your page, drawing in lots of little circles. Once you're finished, you're going to pick your two favorites and make them shine extra bright by drawing 4 long straight lines, 4 short straight lines. Just like that. 4 long, 4 short. There we go. We've got our stars shining nice and bright. The last step is to fill up the rest of the sky with more stars. And we're going to do that by finding the lonely stars and giving them 2 friends. And this will cluster your stars together nicely, creating a really cool effect. And once you've gone round, you can take a step back, see where you need to add a few more stars, just to fill it in a little bit. You don't want to cover every inch of the sky in stars, but there are going to be some big empty spaces you might like to fill with more stars. Two more. 1, 2. Now there is one more optional step you can add to your reindeer. You might like to give him some extra detail on his chest here, like this. Draw his leg going up a little bit higher. Scruffy line on his belly there. Again, that bit's just optional. You can add it to the reindeer if you want to. If you want to leave it, you can leave it. The other optional bit of extra detail is some little spots on his face and some little whiskers. Just like that. Again, some people like to draw it, some people don't. It's up to you. You make that call for your drawing. Well, that's it, guys. That's our baby reindeer drawing. Remember, if you enjoyed this video, hit like, hit subscribe, draw lots and lots of baby reindeer, and I'll see you next time.